Welcome, replay viewers. Give me a second to share to Facebook. I think it already did Twitter automatically, but not Facebook, so hang on a second. Share it to Facebook. There's a check mark. Hello. I'm bored out of my skull. And again, another warm day, but I think this is more that past hairdresser did a horrible job. She did a horrible job. Well, thank you for the hearts. I see Callie in the little pictures. Hi. So I'm back in the co-op doing laundry, which isn't far from my mother's place in the laundromat, and it's too warm in there. And I thought, yay! I got a moderator! Yay! I thought I'll get on and have a chat with you guys, but I wanted to be out of there because it's really warm in there. I guess all the dryers and everything, right? But I'm hoping I put my white fur in there for my Romana costume, which Martin says to wear on the 6th. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll go white again, but right now it's like a icky mess. So chirp chirp, hey, I got 2 mods on. Nice. Canary Bird and Taz, what a great combination. 2 birdies. But yeah, I'm back in the co-op here because their machines are larger than my machine. My machine at my little apartment isn't big enough, and Martin and I are definitely pursuing when all this crap is over with, finding another place. I don't want to move again, but I just, and the storage locker is an outside locker, so the armoire is going to get destroyed in there because it's not temperature controlled, and our paints are going to get ruined, and the casting and molding materials are going to get ruined. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. Much appreciated. But I thought I'd pop on and say hi, and can't stay there. No, Taz, I can't. It's too bad because I'm sick of moving. I'm sick of the hell. I'm sick of it. But come on, we're going to be pussyfooting around and we'll be able to live life. How Martin and I can't even do the nasty right now without the bed disturbing her and her child. So forget it. But I mean, I lived here in the co-op for so many years, and these buildings are so old, and you can hear everyone upstairs because it's hardwood floor, and no one ever did that here to us. I mean, come on. She's jumping down. I think it's because of her personal experience, quite frankly. I think my downstairs neighbor is just a twit. Go do the nasty. Can't yet. I wish, but she keeps calling. That's why Martin and I are in this situation. Pretty boring. Well, yeah, it is. Well, it's a costume in there. I'm hoping, I don't have any stain remover or anything, but the bottom of my white fur is black. So I'm hoping the washer will do it here. Do the job. Hey, Big Juicy. Good to see you, hon. Ignore it. Yeah. Trying to. But remember, we just lost 6 weeks of employment and possibly the next 2 to 3 months of employment because of this chick, because of what's happening. It's ridiculous. I just got to get out of there. Well, no. They call the cops. They claim Martin and I are, well. So today was Martin's first appearance, but it wasn't a hearing. He's been given another date. We've been separated for 6 weeks. By the law, which is a ridiculous law, cops should not have the power to arrest someone. Oh, I need water. It does sound like shit, and it is shit, but I'm going to wait till it's over and then see if the media wants the story. But we've now lost about, guesstimate is anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000, and possible future gigs for the next few months. So it is soon. And if people are available on that day, he could really use support. He could still use some letters too, because they didn't take them today. Hippo lovers. I didn't feed my house hippo today. I know. But no, I didn't feed my house hippo today. Yep. My house hippo's gonna starve. They'll probably call the Humane Society. Poor house hippos. Today, D-Day. We thought it was, and I was informed that I couldn't go anywhere near him or talk to him or I went down with my mom. I sent my mother over to spend some time with him. Because I'm not allowed to talk to him or he'd get arrested. He'd get arrested if I talked to him. You know, I'm too long in the revolt. I've been told that, you know. They'll chew holes in the walls. Maybe if I starve them at just the right time, they'll revolt in the next person that comes into the apartment. In Canada, how's hippos, you know? They're real. No, we thought it was going to be, but no. So what they basically told him is he's got to come back August 6th, my birthday. They said I can come into that courtroom. I couldn't come in today. But yeah, today was a 101 guide to what he's supposed to do, and they said what they do is they do a peace bond modification to his bond. And I am a prop maker and a special skills actor. I'm gonna throw things around the room just for a minute. Okay, you go right for it, Southern. But yeah, so yeah, he has to come back on my birthday. On my birthday. Martin. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and like I was told today that I can't do anything about it unless these conditions are met, and I'm looking at these conditions, but I can't say anything about it. He has to. It's so confusing. I hope so, but I guess he's okay. It's really hard to tell because we're not supposed to be together. What happened? If you go back and look at some of the other broadcasts, but you know, it is conversation, so I'm going to have it. But hang on a second. Welcome to your first day on Periscope. Let me finish the other statement. And we will get back to building on these broadcasts. We will get back to doing what we do best. I swear. We just, this crap's got to stop. Okay, so, yeah, he's got to go back on August 6th. And they said, he talked to a lawyer, but he doesn't have a lawyer. So he fired his lawyer because his lawyer didn't do what he was supposed to do. His lawyer was supposed to get him out of this before this far in so that we can work. And his lawyer didn't, so he fired him. And now he's going to go back he's going to try to go after the money. Quietly mentioned that New Zealand is going to invade if it's not resolved. Yeah, they'll take that seriously. They haven't taken anything seriously. They don't care. All these new laws. I was even talking to the right department, and they looked at me and they said, we used to be able to handle victims. I'm like, but I'm not a victim. I know, but you've been branded as one by the officer. Therefore, you are. I've been branded as one by the officer. Therefore, I am. Because the officer knows me. He doesn't. Kiwis riding. Nice. Oh my god, that would be awesome. If we shoot it, we can sell it as a movie. It'll be freaking awesome. So, yeah, for those who weren't here earlier and you know, haven't gone back to watch, oh man, I am so angry at my system. I used to have so much respect for the system, and now it's just ridiculous. So would I. Now the moderators want you to do it. That's like awesome. You've got people on your side that have power. Yeah, I wish I had more power. So for those who've asked, New Zealand, my grandfather was born there. Nice. There you go. Callie, I didn't know that about you. That's cool. Basically, I've been having perimenopausal breakdowns, fluctuations. Some women do go through this. Not all of you. So, you know, some of you are going to be able to get away with this. Others are not. Hey, Scott. Film it and sell it to Netflix. All proceeds to Martin Freedom Fund. But basically what happened is Martin and I have been very tense with each other because he's trying to wrap his brain around what's happening to me, because he perceives me, and I've noticed a lot of people do, but he's the one I'm living with, and he's the one I'm existing with, he's the one I'm connected to, so he's the most important one out of everyone. It shouldn't matter if anyone else does. So hi. So yeah, what basically happened is each of these fits are getting worse when I have enough money to get all the herbals and to eat right. The fits are not so bad. There's been suggestions to go on meds, but there's no real solid as to what med actually does anything on these things. I would rather struggle with it this way than go through meds. because then you get used to the meds, and then you're ballistic anyway. Reading up on a lot of documentation, the meds don't really help. Your brain can go to mush. By the time you reach about 55, your brain is dead. I'll get there in a second. I'm just doing a quick update for others. Yeah. I don't want to go there. I want to stay intact. And to do that, Martin has to be a bit of a stronger person, or a more open-minded person, or whatever it is that holds him back. At the same time, he's trying to handle his parents and what's happening with them. So you can imagine all this together. It's a horrible situation. So that particular morning, about 6 weeks ago, I freaked out and went after the cereal. And yes, the serial killer joke is brilliant, folks. I love it. But if I go into the courtroom and say, hey, I'm a serial killer, and I'm fine with that, don't think it'll be as funny as it is when we say it here on Periscope. I really don't think it'll be as hilarious. Although I am tempted to do so. I don't want Martin taken away from me. I want this to succeed. So anyway, I went after the cereal and I freaked out, and Martin grabbed me on the shoulders, and when I turned around, I shoved him. And when he came back, he did what anyone, our age bracket, we're still experimenting with different ways to handle stress, right? Not that kind of broadcast. You are very right. And he slapped me. You know, that whole slapping a person too. He thought, what has he got to lose, right? Well, I did what any trained professional who's used to stage fighting would do. I rolled with it because he was a little too close, so he was right about here. And I rolled with it. Hi. Have bars in your windows if you do that in court. I know. But you know me, Callie. The sense of humor is what kind of keeps me intact. The sarcasm I'm really good at. It's going to be really hard being in there, and not being a sarcastic twit. I'll try. For Martin's sake, I'll try. But, so yeah, he went to slap me out of it. Hell, look at the most recent Marvel movie, right? A raccoon slaps a god to slap him out of it, right? I know. To drink in court. I don't plan on drinking. I just want to be a sarcastic twit. But yeah, so when I spun, because the rule in stage fighting is if someone accidentally hits you in the wrong spot, you spin with the blow to decrease it. You sit down. No need for a bar. Not yet. I'm gonna wait till the 6th, and I'll just treat myself. Not most recent Spider-Man. Well, look, okay, fine. I'm sorry. It's the most recent I saw. I've missed a whole bunch. I'm really upset about that already. So let's be kind, please. Did you have your court date today? Well, it was supposed to be. Kinda. We don't understand this stuff, so it's not what we thought it was. I know, I'm a mess. Well, I think what happened is the hairdresser fried my hair, and I don't have the money to get another hairdresser to fix it. I'm really upset because my hair is very precious. I know. Oh no. Okay. So we'll get there. We're just updating everyone who wasn't there in the beginning. So, you're gonna have to go back and watch the replay, because to restart the story, we may come back around, but I'm keeping track of all the questions and then trying to get caught up. So I wound up sitting on the floor, and I told him to get out and go for his walk, and because I was really upset. Welcome to your first day on Periscope. I was really just raging upset, and that's what he's supposed to do, and he did, but he didn't know because he left. I was on the floor. He didn't know if he had done that. As much as he knows I'm trained to do that, he didn't know whether or not he had actually clocked me out. So, no, God, no. Again, no. I've been asked that question a few times, I think by the same person. Seriously, dude, the answer's going to be the same. So anyway, he called an ambulance. He called an ambulance because he wanted a paramedic to check. I've been having a number of breakdowns. He's not sure how to handle things. He thought he'd done the damage. He hadn't. He thought he had. So the ambulance came. Moderators are watching, yes, and I will not stop them. Remember, they can only mute, so you can sit there in silence and watch me continue my broadcast and not be able to do anything about it. You just keep going it. They're watching. Hi, Budlums. Oh, Mechanary, do it. Thank you. Done. Oh, and too bad. Columbo's a good name. That's a shame. You've done the character just a discredit. So anyway, yep, no, Taz, that makes sense. Yep, thank you, Taz. That's what you guys are for. Because I'm unfortunately the personality type that'll try to turn it into a joke for the whole damn broadcast. And you're right, it's detracting from the broadcast itself. So, when he called, he said, of course, I hit my wife. Honest, straightforward, panicky. Thank you, Taz. I think I need to come to that term. Being in the entertainment industry in this level and doing what I do and being around for so long, I think I got used to expecting it. And you're right, I don't deserve it, and it's wrong. And the real Columbo would never act like that. That's very true. It's very, very true. So, because he did that, of course the police are called, and the officer was allowed to make whatever declaration he wanted to. I know his bird. I love Columbo's bird. Those are all gorgeous birds, man. So, yeah. So today, for those of you who are still here and want the update. So apparently 6 weeks isn't enough. Today was not an actual decision-making day. Today was they get to sit everyone down and tell them what to do for a court date. So we have to go until August 6th now, like this. Who had the bird? Who was it that had the bird? All I can see is that beautiful big white bird. Help. It's been a long time. It's not a setback. Today is a waypoint. This is crazy. It is crazy. An officer, and even when I talk to the investigating officers, I can't say anything. Because as far as the officer is concerned, I'm a victim. And everything I say is covering up for him to be able to continue to abuse me. He didn't. He just responded really badly, and I've got a downstairs neighbor who keeps calling over nothing. And his references, I don't know. I had to stay out in the hall. Beretta? Oh my God, you're right. My apologies. Beretta. August 6th is my birthday. Should be a holiday. August 6th is my birthday, and I know he's planning something for me, which is why I'm here, hoping that this large washing machine will clean my white fur and I'm not destroying it. Hoping. It may not, but the bottom of it's black from Seattle. International Christina Day. Thank you, my canary. I have some of this fur left over, but it would take too long to cut a new piece down the bottom. Will Martin be on today? I have no idea. I hope so. I hope he's watching. What do you mean he can't be? Taz, if he wants to be on tonight, he can. It would probably be later tonight. I know he has things to do, but yes. But it got black in Seattle because I had to change footwear. I found footwear that was closer to hers, and it's a different heel. Hi, Bikeman. And the bottom of it is black from Seattle. Separate scope. Yes, of course. Oh, you misunderstood. Okay, Taz. Super eyes. Thank you. Oh no. Yeah, it's black. So I've got to take it up. I'm hoping if it cleans out, I can take it up at the natural seam, because that'll take half the time. But if I have to actually rehem it, that'll take forever, because you have to rehem the lining too. And I don't have my sewing machine right now. It's at the back of a storage locker, and I don't have room to bring the sewing machine even to my place. So I'd have to do it all by hand. And yeah, that's like crazy. Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully Martin will. Bikeman, thank you. Everyone, if you can share, that would be great. We're going to solve this, and we're going to get back to this. But we've lost, we've lost $2,000 guaranteed. We've lost possibly up to $5,000 this last month because of all this. I mean, an officer who knows nothing about us in less than 5 minutes can make a decision that will affect our life drastically. It's wrong. I have to go back to work, catch replay. Thank you so much, Southern. Thank you for retweeting and inviting followers. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, alright, to see you guys back in the same scope. Can you add a birthday wish to that? Back to working. Or I don't know, I'd love an angel investor for my Don't Poke the Lion, because I'd love to hire someone to edit it, because this brain is still in there, but if I keep pushing and damaging it like this, you know, everyone's trying to get me on like all the drugs to calm me down, but the drugs that calm me down statistically block a lot of this process. And in the long run, it's going to do damage to my career. So I did on mine Sunday. Did you? Nice. Well, you can share them all. Like, I mean, I need 75 replays on every single one of these. Forget the money. Back, you will smash out the cash. I sure as hell hope so. I really hope so. Birthday wish. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to cry because I'm sitting outside the laundromat. So I'm trying to keep it together. And I know I'm on my data plan, but you guys deserve to hear from us. You guys deserve to, like, I mean, so many of you have been so dedicated for so long, you know. Thank you, Southern. Thank you so much. I'm so hungry too. I've barely eaten today with all the stress. It does suck. Hugs. Thank you, Callie. I mean, sometimes I sit here and go, I've been in this industry for so long, and I know I criticize people for saying that, you know, they have to work to deserve it each and every time, especially when they stop and have to restart. How many times can I stop and restart? I just want a producer, you know, I just want, I don't know, a supporter of an angel, something. And the 9-foot hairy beast that has your back. Big hugs. Thank you, Bikeman. I mean, I'm worried right now about it affecting Martin to be able to go over the border. But apparently he'll have to agree to take some courses or something. He's already seeing a social worker, and we already have so little time. You may be seeing me more than him. I don't know. And polar bears too. Southern. I want those polar bears. Promise me those polar bears. You gotta come through. Hi. Oh my God, you people are incredible. And Taz, yeah, thank you. I never wanted moderators because I don't know, there's a part of me that feels still very invincible, you know, that no one gets through to me, absolutely no one. And I was always loving it when you guys, you know, get such a kick out of me trolling the trolls. But some of you are right, there's a limit. And I found it long ago and I ignored it. So I'm happy that I've picked moderators that will let me troll the trolls back a little bit and then just cut it off for me. Well, it's not a matter of dropping the charges, apparently. I don't completely understand it. Because, of course, I'm getting everything secondhand. Right? I'm getting everything secondhand. But it's something about it, he has to, it's a peace bond. So he'll be allowed to come back, but this is it. If the downstairs neighbor hears me yelling or hears anything that sounds like a hit, and I smack my hands to scare the cats all the time, she could call again, which means they take the officer's word for it. And if the officer shows up and says, no, your downstairs neighbor says you guys are fighting, guess what? He's arrested again. How do we breathe in our place? How do I, like, all this anger inside, it's got to go somewhere, right? How do I do that? Like, I mean, that's what I've been doing most of my life, is keeping my trap shut. Never throwing a fit, never getting this, never getting that. And now I've got Miss Spazzy downstairs. If I could move tomorrow, I would. Well, we have to. I just don't know how famous. Like, I mean, we've got to get, like, first and last month. The landlords yelled at us. Martin's got to find a text message, but the landlords yelled at us about, we'll give you first and last month out if you move out, right? I could really use that. Yeah, we do, and fast. But apparently, because I've been doing some research as well, I'm not going to expect Martin to do everything, and he's done some as well. So I think we're 50-50. I don't know. It's hard when we can't really directly communicate with each other. But you have to give 2 months notice for a lease being breached. By the time Martin gets home again, We're looking at moving in November at this point. Easier said than done, yes. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, look at it this way. See this unit here with the little porch and the little purple umbrella? Okay. That's a 1-bedroom unit. No, that's a 2-bedroom unit, sorry. Because Martin and I used to live in this unit right here. So that little window there and that door is basically the whole width of the unit. And my mother's got a 1-bedroom, which is half this size. Think about it, guys. And she just gave us one of her pieces of furniture because she was feeling like things were just too cluttered in her place. I mean, she decided to turn her little porch into a bedroom, which is where she's sleeping, so that her other room could be, you know, a little office. Yep. Callie's right. I mean, whenever there's been one of us visiting and we've slept there, you're sleeping on a yoga mat that you're rolling up every day to get out of her way. These are the 1-bedrooms in here are tiny units, and you're not allowed to have a unit bigger than the number of people living there. So she couldn't even apply for 2. So, but that's one of the things I always liked about this co-op is, you know, they're really strict on that. Yeah, it means the families get the larger units, which is fair. He can't either. We've already discussed it with him. He can have us for 2 weeks, but he can't have our furniture, which means we have to pay for a second locker, not a third, to fit our stuff. There you go. Yeah, Callie has been in our unit. She's actually been in that particular unit. That's a 2-bedroom. Hi, welcome back. Did you drop the signal drop or something? So, yeah, this place was built in it was started construction in 1915, if I remember correctly. And it was being built for women and families that either their husbands were killed in the Boer Wars or building the viaduct, or were sick and couldn't work anymore type thing. No, LOL, I had to let my mom in because she didn't have a house key. Oh, okay, cool. But the only men who were living here single were in the smallest units because they needed to be close to construction. It's built by the government. It's a huge complex. If you look up the Bain Co-op, B-A-I-N, it's a huge complex. It's a good size. But I spent a number of years here. Yes. Well, by then it was, by the World Wars, it was, I think it was already purchased and privately owned. Because there's a chunk in there where it was privately owned. And the units were rented for profit. And it was no longer government run because the government didn't need it anymore. And then a number of the residents who were here when it was privately owned were upset about what was happening and watching the buildings deteriorate, and they applied to the government to make it into a co-op, from what I understand. I can't remember the dates when that happened. I know it happened before we moved in. So, yes, it is one of the oldest complex apartments. That's true. It's true, and it's part of the reason why I loved living here, because, even though it's cooperative houses are tough because in committees, and you really need the community to pull together, and sometimes you get a percentage of the community that isn't functioning because you let the wrong people in. You don't know until they're here, or it is functioning and you have great years until it doesn't function again. So that was the hardest thing about living in a co-op. However, these buildings are still upright. They're still in one piece. So true, yeah. And its slightly younger counterpart is a cross in Cabbagetown. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I don't know if Callie or McInerney or Taz, or trying to think who else on here is local. I don't know if you guys remember what the one in Cabbagetown's called, but it's almost as old as this one. And it was built for the workers who were building government buildings, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to work my memory because apparently that's what I'm supposed to do in order to keep it intact. And I have to be okay when I'm wrong, because even though I've known these facts before, I've just spent 10 years basically damaging my brain by insisting on being a particular way when... Hey, Obi-Wan, nice. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, I'm supposed to work it, and I'm supposed to be okay when I don't remember something. Yeah. Fingers crossed, right? But yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's over in Cabbagetown. And Cabbagetown is called Cabbagetown because it was mostly Irish, and the Irish designed their buildings with a slight Victorian design in order to blend in with the English, but they grew cabbages in their front yards. Can't remember the name, and I live in Cabbagetown. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about, right? It's almost a duplicate of the Bain Co-op, or at the time this was called Riverdale Courts. But it's almost a duplicate. It's just a much smaller complex, and the courtyards are smaller. They're more like passageways in between the buildings instead of big square courtyards like it is here. Yeah. And I lived in that neck of the woods too at one time, because we lived in Cabbagetown for a short period of time. Because I remember being able to walk across the street to school. And of course, right here, right now, I don't have all my old school pictures, or I'd be able to tell you. Because I think my school had the same name. I'd recognize it if I saw it. Oh my God, this whole hormonal change thing is driving me crazy, and it's not supposed to. I'm supposed to take it with grace and not beat up on myself and do mental, like, brain exercises. And I've just been so buried in the muddle. And this is what the courts have got to understand. How can partners, like, I don't care if you're a lesbian couple and one woman is going through it worse than the other. I don't care if you're a husband and wife. I don't even care if you're trans and the hormonals went a little weird or whatever. When the female hormones do what they're doing, this is ridiculous. This is way ridiculous. This is... Hey, Mechanary or Taz, can someone remind me to get a hold of my old hairdresser in BC and ask her what to do about this crap? I'm looking at myself on this broadcast, and I really hate what happened to my hair. I know they don't. They claim to. Oh God, my mother got so upset today. She's like, this is injustice, and she was just about to blow, and I'm like, look, we can't. You know, these people are doing their jobs, and I don't want to get kicked out. But we'll do chirp chirp. Oh, good, thank you, Mechanary. You know, it just... And of course, if I get upset, I'm being a victim. If I don't get upset, I'm being a victim. Because I'm plotting. If I breathe, I'm being a victim. And of course, trying to keep the hormones in check. I'm in a courthouse, and I'm just like, to go in cool and calm and see as little as possible. I know, but what happens if hormones spike? This is what I mean. I mean, as much as he's been my catalyst, he's my grounder. And men, gentlemen, if you're involved with a woman and she's anywhere in this age bracket, it's actually a pretty hefty age bracket. He can do horrid things to your hair. No. This is. My hair was fine until I went to this hairdresser. What apparently she should have done is she should have stripped out the old color first, conditioned it, then put it. Reading online, it looks like because she used a different company and she didn't strip out the other color, she's literally fried my hair. She's fried my hair. And it's possible too she didn't keep in mind the age thing. Okay. You know, because yeah, I do need like a different kind of conditioner, and the hair color has to be geared towards my age and the hormone changes, and I don't think this stuff was. So she's fried my hair, and I need to grow it longer. This drives me crazy. I can't stand the lack of length. I want it out. But you know, there's hairdressers that are willing to fix it. But you're looking at $200, if not more. But I would get it fixed right away. Like, I mean, they would be able to go through the process. But I'd have to get a hairdresser to basically carefully strip out both of what the other hairdressers did, including the one that did it right. Trim it properly. This is not a proper trim. There's no layering to it. There's no support to it. There's no you know, the ends are still massive. I know I didn't want to lose length, but she needed to talk to me about product. She didn't. And she showed me her Instagram, and all the colors great, but I noticed every single model is like 20 something and obviously has not had color of a different brand. So apparently, yeah, she used a different brand. No one seems to be able to tell if it's a permanent, which she's not supposed to use, or if it's a demi, which is what she's supposed to use. See, I'm hoping my clip-ins now for my Ramada will be okay, because I'm gonna have to place more in there and then try to hide the tops. I mean, if I had my choice as a birthday spoil, I would go into a hairdresser and have them style my hair with the clip-ins in. I would bring in a photo and say, I want this look. Here's the actual hair pieces. But I have no idea how much that will cost, and I can't even afford to eat properly right now. But that would be an awesome birthday gift. To actually be able to go into a hairdresser and be pampered. Like, I'd do the makeup ahead of time, and I'd bring the costume with me to the hairdresser, and I'd book the appointment for like 5 o'clock, so she's got 2 hours. And I'd hope to God Martin's got dinner plans as part of the party. So, because I'd want to eat right after. I would want to go to the hairdresser there and have dinner waiting for me. But that would be like an awesome birthday gift, to actually be spoiled and have someone else try to hide the tops of the clip-ins. That would be awesome. I mean, I can do my own makeup. I don't need someone to do that. Oh, after all these freaking years of struggle, to just be spoiled. I know there's this huge piece of me that's like, logically, because of our situation, the only thing I want for my birthday is funds towards this and funds towards that, and don't give me anything. But I've been saying that for years. And I know we're kind of dire at the moment, but hey, freaking hell, that would be awesome. Someone to pay for a hairdresser appointment, and we can go to the courthouse and we can get this resolved in the morning of my birthday. Can I go up? What, are you in the States and you want to come up for my birthday? Sure. I don't understand. If you want to visit Toronto, let us know and we'll go out for meet you for coffee. Yeah, sure. But man, that would be awesome. That would be like, because I'm always so freaking sensible. I don't want to be sensible. I want to just throw it out the window for this birthday. You know, I just want to say stupid. Forget it. I mean, I'm going to have to watch my eating strictly in order to be able to do that. It's going to be kind of hard over the weekend because I'm broke, but to talk on the broadcast. Oh, I didn't put that feature on because I'm using data and I'm outside a laundromat and I don't have my earbuds, so I'll be down for a coffee. Yeah, sure. Let me know when you're nearby. You know, or when you're going to be anywhere in reach, and we'll do coffee. But right now, you see, I can't do the earbuds because that is my booster. It's got 2 dots. So this is plugged into the bottom of my phone, and I've got one of those iPhones where the earphones also have to be plugged into the bottom of the phone. There is no earphone jack. So, because as you can see, like, I mean, these are people's homes. And that's the laundromat. So, no talkie-talkie. Typey today. Maybe if Martin goes on later, he'll talkie-talkie. I don't know. I'm hoping if Martin goes on later, Taz or Patty or Mechanary Bird can moderate. But, no, this is taking a toll on us big time, and I'm just like, my birthday's coming up real soon, and the hairdresser fried my hair, and I don't have the money to fix it, and I don't know how I'm going to do the clip-ins with so little hair. I just want my hair to grow. I don't want to chop it off. I'll see what I can do. Okay, thanks. That's appreciated. See, the best thing about it is only a couple of us know who Mechanary Bird is. That's the best part about it. More of you know who Taz is. But that's okay. Taz can hold his own. My canary bird doesn't want to broadcast at all. I don't know if Taz ever will. That'd be kind of cool, Taz, if you can broadcast from a gig one day. But it's just like, I want to be able to trust again, and I want to be able to sit back in a hairdresser's chair and just, my birthday. My freaking husband's going to court on my birthday. Can't for most gigs. Oh, that's true. Most gigs. Do an introductory one. I've been trying to talk Mechanary Bird into it too, but Mechanary Bird keeps saying no. Patty doesn't want to do it. My mods are all shy. Maybe that's why they make good mods. I have shy mods. Maybe that's the best kind of mods on the planet, right? Because then no one knows who you are. Someone's having fun. Hey. So I don't know if anyone wants me to repeat the story or if we're all up to speed. I'd love some replays because we have to have 75 replays per broadcast. Shy mods, LOL. I know. But they're not shy when it comes to blocking or muting. They're not shy when it comes to telling people to bugger off. Mods are watching. So I am not single. Thank you for asking first instead of assuming. I hate it when people assume. It's really just really crappy. I don't even know if 45 minutes have passed. I think I got on here at 7:22. It's 8:09. Okay. I very carefully pulled it down to look. You're in love when I don't look my best? It's because I see all my regulars on here and they keep telling me not to worry about how I look. But I do, guys. I've been trained to worry about how I look. Freaking trained. You're at 40 minutes. Am I? She says again, like the answer is going to change. Oh, yeah, I am. Look at that. Pikeman, thank you. Sorry, 41. The bird can't keep track of time. Well, Mechanary Bird, you are not a clock bird, so I'm not surprised. Trying to decide if I should do the dryer. It would be a big risk. I don't know. I have to see I wound up using like one of the front loader washers because it's bigger. It's much bigger. I wonder if the signal will stay intact if I go into the laundromat with you guys. I got a few more minutes. And there's like no one here. It's so quiet. I might be able to juggle the phone and pull the fur out. Oh God, I hope it's okay. Suddenly my brain, after I threw it in, my brain's like, well, what if all the dirty stuff, because it's a front loader, what if all the dirty water gets on the rest of it? I am lucky to have a washer and dryer. I have one in my apartment too, but this is a very large fake fur coat. It is not the kind of thing that will fit in my little teeny weeny one in my apartment, which is upsetting too because I had a full-size washer and dryer at the place we were at in BC. I'm missing a lot of things, but I'm not missing like what was happening with us in BC. This fur coat's big. Technically, I should have dry cleaned it because technically I shouldn't be putting this fur in a washer and dryer, but shouldn't a coat like that be dry cleaned? Yeah, it should be. Jinx, there you go. I can't afford it. It's fake fur, and it's new fake fur because the fur coat's only about a year old, just over a year old. So, I'm hoping it survives the washer, or I don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday Tuesday. Fingers crossed. The dryer will melt the fake fur. Will it? See, I'm used to having a budget. I'm used to being able to just go into a dry cleaner and go here. I'm used to having a budget, so this is really air dry. Only, oh my God, it's going to take forever to air dry. When do I get to sew it if it takes forever to air dry? Okay, thank you. You just saved me from a huge mistake. Maybe use a blow dryer. Well, I wonder if these dryers have like a low setting? Definitely air dry. Oh, okay, that's 2 against me. Damn. See, I don't normally do things out of fake fur. We've been pulling apart, old fur coats to kind of rescue the fur and repurpose it. Even a large fan. I don't have a large fan. Because I got a lot of sewing to do on it and very little time. Might help it dry faster. Oh, I see. Get the air circulating around it. But yeah, the last time I did anything this big in fake fur was my original white fur coat. And it was hemmed properly the first time. So it never got this black on the bottom. But Seattle just did a black on it. And it's way too long. So cool would not be cool enough. Okay. Damn. I guess I just have to cross my fingers, hang it up, and it might blow fur off. I don't know the quality of the fur. Well, I got it down in the States because better pricing in the States, and I haven't worked with fake fur in years. So, trying to remember what happened back then. But even the fur back then, this is different. This stuff is lighter. I mean, the backing on it is not as hardy as the other fur I had. The other fur I had, you could wash and dry it, and I did. You dry it on low. But that was many years ago and not this kind of quality. The stuff I used before was really cheap quality. This stuff is nice. You can sew it while damp, though, right? Well, the thing is, will it get dirty? Because that's what happened down in Seattle. Is I washed it in his shower because we slept over at a friend's place, and I washed it in his shower, and it didn't dry by the next day. I thought it was dry enough, but no, it just cleaned up the street. I wish I was Canadian. Oh. If you got skills and do the immigration process, we're here. You know, my attitude is if you're willing to do what other people are not, I'm happy to have you. Yeah. Well, I thought it was dry enough. I got it to the back. Hi, New York City. Hi, Arky. I'm going to call you Arky. I keep forgetting your name, honey. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's not sticking. Yeah, so I thought it was dry enough. So I got it to the car, and I put it in the back of the car because it was really hot in Emerald City Comic Con this year. And then I put it on after I got to the convention, and I thought it was dry enough, but it wasn't dry enough, and it just... Yeah, good lesson to learn, all right. Bella. Yeah, Emerald City. Well, we decided we were going to do the Doctor Who thing because a lot of our costumes were already like broken down and ready to go across country because we moved shortly after Emerald City. So we were going to Emerald City mostly to say goodbye to people that we knew we would miss, so we didn't obligate to anything. And yeah, the Doctor Who costumes were the most comfortable, and we whipped together a K9. We still have to do more things on K9. Like we have to do the mission, like all the mechanisms. But he rolled around, and everyone was just happy that he didn't have a voice. No one cared. How old am I? Guess. Go ahead, guess. Let's just say I'm not getting back into my ace jacket because I definitely can't pull off 16 anymore. Cosplay type scenes. Well, we started as cosplayers, and we kind of still do it in order to teach people mostly. We just like dressing up, but we work for film and television, and we have for many years. So, but we usually do conventions as panelists in order to teach people still. But Emerald City Comic Con gave us pro passes so we could hang out when we explained to them that, you know, we've been working for them for years. We just wanted to come, and this will be our last Emerald City because we're moving across country. And they were more than happy to give us pro passes. So all we did was dick around all weekend. And we took part we brought our Lord of the Rings because the Lord of the Rings fan group, like the costuming group, became a huge, social circle for us. And the people we always went to visit when we went down. And we brought our steampunk and our mutt, so our steampunk dog, and we brought Doctor Who and K9, because those are the three sets of costumes that are, they're easy, they're still photographable, they're not just t-shirt and jeans, and they kept us in the social circles that we wanted to be in, and we were still able to just hang out. One of the days we went a little short, we changed into jeans and t-shirt pretty quick because we just wanted a shorter day. And it was really easy to do because we had no obligations. And it was creepy. I mean, we had to have some obligations, so we went to the photo shoots and we hooked up with the groups. So we did keep a schedule because we wanted to. But 37, ooh, thank you. But you're no. Nope, add 13 until next week. Then add 14. I'm about to become an uneven number. No, my necklace is not an 8 ball. Still hot there. It is. It's icky. It's really icky. Maybe we can do Come on. If you're younger than me, you should be able to do it. No, my grandmother had these earrings that were gold, and I kept the earrings, but I don't have pierced ears. But they looked real to me. I didn't keep everything. A lot was thrown out, but and I traded. I brought a lot to a pawn shop when I got back to Toronto, but I kept a few pieces as a memory of her. 10 years older than me, I guess. Well, how old are you? If you're 40, then yes, until next week. Keep something for sure. Yeah. And what I did was Martin and I got rid of our original wedding rings on our 25th anniversary and replaced them with these. And what we did for Martin's is we melted down my engagement ring and my wedding ring and his wedding ring and one of these earrings together, because it's a gold earring. So we melted them together to make Martin's ring. And then the 2 diamonds from my wedding ring went into his ring. 25th anniversary. Wow, yeah. We've been together for 32 years. So the 2 little stones, the 2 little diamonds from my wedding ring went into his ring. And then we had mine made. They look exactly the same. Out of white gold. Thank you. And then the large stone in the middle, which is blurring, but I'm holding onto the phone so it's hard to... since you were oh, thank you. No, I'm turning 51 next week. Your entire life. You're being a doll. So we got exactly the same rings made, and this is white gold. So they're different from each other in the fact that his is yellow gold. And the big stone in the middle is the stone from my engagement ring. So happy birthday, thank you. And I was saying earlier that if anyone wants to give me a birthday gift, send money to PayPal and I'll get my hair professionally done on my birthday, because that would just spoil me. That would be so awesome. But that's got to go to the PayPal so I can get it immediately. If not, a lot of love is good too. You were 20, that's practically an infant. I was actually 22 when we tied the knot, but I was 19 when we met. No, Tuesday is my birthday. Tuesday is my birthday. And hopefully Martin can set things up so we could broadcast some of it. Happy early birthday. Thank you. So what happened was now I had 1 earring. So a jeweler friend of mine, a different one than the person who designed her rings. Have you made it work? It's been tough at times. But I don't know. Just remind yourself your friends. Your friends first. Above and beyond anything. Husband and wife second. Your friends first. Always friends first. If I'm there, I'll donate data. Okay. Nice, Taz. No, we didn't have kids. We did not have kids. We chose not to. So the second earring was just sitting there alone. So my jeweler friend said, let me make a gift for your anniversary. So he said, do you care what I do? And I said, just make it into something nice that I can put on a necklace, because I wear necklaces. I don't wear earrings. Right? Grief, friendship, and respect, and trust are key. Yes. Not having a kid is a smart move. For us, it was, yeah. For a lot of people, it isn't, but for us, it was. So what he did was he took the extra gold, because there was a tiny bit of gold left from making Martin's ring, to make this little post and weld it into shape. And then a little gold ring. And he chose a red stone because he noticed I don't have anything that's a red stone. I can't remember. It's red garnet. I can't remember exactly what red garnet stands for, but it was his personal choice for me. Creative, and I dig it. Isn't that cool? And he put this little gold ring up top. But he maintained, that is what the earring looks like. It's got almost a Roman pattern on it. So basically he didn't affect the earring itself at all. So it's still my grandmother's earring, right? He had to take out the little post that was there and basically put his own little post in to make it stick all together. And then our rings have got, for 25th anniversary, I got 2 little green garnets in mine. And Martin's got 1 large green garnet in the middle. And the jeweler who made this, you can see there's because it's a Celtic knot. Oh, the hawk is flying around a tree behind there's hawks here. There's a hawk nest here. I like making the sentimental into something new. I know, isn't that great? but he left a space, 3 spaces, because it's a Celtic design, right? So he left 3 spaces, and he left them so that if we want to put stones in it, we can get a jeweler. I wouldn't try doing it myself, but he left them so that we could get a jeweler to put 3 stones in at different points in our life if we can. I'd like to budget that. I'm just not sure what points, right? Maybe if we can financially get on our feet by next year, or our 30th. Oh my God, we should do a renewal of vows, because we said we would every 10 years, and then I got into another pissy thing and said, no, we shouldn't. We should. I mean, there's a little pressure in renewing vows, but 30th for sure. I would like that. Maybe we should put a stone in the bottom for our 30th, and then fill the 2 gaps on the sides, or maybe fill one of the sides so we're inspired to do the other 2, 40th and 50th. Oh my God, that would be awesome. But that means we have to get the appropriate stones. So green garnet is 25th. It's January's birthstone. I know that. Nice. I was gonna ask if you're Irish. Part Irish. From what I can tell, tracing some of it, I want to do the genetic test to confirm everything. From what I can tell, we're English, Irish, Scottish, Parisian French, French Canadian, and a little bit of Native Indian. I think most people in North America have some Native Indian. And I'm happy that guy isn't on here about raping and everything. Yeah, that happened, but yeah, that didn't happen. You know, whoa. That's exactly you too? Nice. So do we go see if the black came out of this and see if I can get if the signal drops, you know, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. All right. I seriously got one of those DNA things. Nice. I want to. Oh yeah, it's a laundromat. Isn't that echo great? So can you guys still see, like, is there still a broadcast? These are weird dryers. There are new machines in here, but it doesn't look really any different than it was. And my last name is French Canadian. Nice. Yes. Okay. So we still got a signal. Okay. It's only 1 dot. So hopefully you guys, it's a little glitchy. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put you down. Hang on. Apparently I lost my canary bird. I'm gonna see if I can stand this up. Nope, I can't stand it up, guys. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to put you down.